Hello, my name is Marcia Johnson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sacramento, California, USA. Together with my grandnephew Ryan, we are Marcia's Crafts. Do you ever have a day where you know you're supposed to design a card and it's just not happening? Well, that happened to me today, so I decided to look for inspiration, and I thought, well, you just designed 3 cards, and this, 3 tags rather, and this was one of them, the Merry Moose. I thought, well, let's do a card based on my little Merry Moose tag. And so this is the card I came up with. There's the envelope, there's the card, and there's the inside. You can see they're pretty similar in a lot of ways. So you find inspiration where you can. Let's go ahead and get started. To make this card, you will need the Merry Moose stamp set. You will also need the moose punch, or you could cut it out by hand. And the stitch-shaped framelits, the largest stitched oval, and the layering ovals framelits, the largest of the regular ovals. For ink, shaded Spruce, Real Red, Crumb Cake, and Soft Suede. If you would like to purchase any of these products, please feel free to do so at marciajohnson.stampinup.net. We would really, really, really love your business. And let me bring in my supplies. We'll need the envelope to stamp. We'll need a piece of very vanilla, piece of crumb cake for the sentiment. Okay, first thing I'm going to start with is this soft suede, and I should be using the pierce mat, so I'm gonna just jump up and get that. Okay, so to do my background of my card, I'm going to take the little package stamp, and I'm going to take my soft suede, my crumb cake, sorry, and I'm going to ink that up, and I'm just going to go down the page. So, and here's a little tip: if you really mess something up, like it doesn't stamp properly, just keep your crumb cake marker around, and you can fill it in with a crumb cake marker, and nobody's going to know the difference. It's better than having to do the whole thing over again. Okay, that'll do it for our crumb cake ink. Next, let's stamp our moose. I'm going to do a moose. Oh, did forget something else. I forgot a piece of very vanilla for my moose, but go get a piece for that. Okay, so to do our moose, it's also important that when you're mounting your moose, just let it flop down and then place it on your block. Otherwise, you may end up with it distorted a little bit, and then these two won't match, and the punch won't work very well. So we're going to bring in the soft suede, ink it up, and then bring in our solid stamp. We're going to stamp it off once, and then we're going to line it up. I line up his little feet, and then his little antlers and his nose. And that's pretty good. Then we'll take the punch and line him up in there. And this always takes me a while, but oh well. Okay, and we'll just set him to the side. We'll bring in our greeting and our background. For the greeting, we're going to say Merry Christmas, and I'm going to do that in Real Red, and just try and get that kind of in the middle straight. All right. And then I'm also going to do the inside of my card. And I've already mounted my greetings for the inside. It says It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, happiest of holidays. So we'll just stamp that right up here. Okay, and then I think we have some green stamping to do. So we'll close up this real red and bring in our shaded spruce. I'm going to take that tiny little ornament. There he is. Put that up in the shaded spruce and put one on each end. Okay. Now we're going to do our background. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do my envelope, but we'll do that in a minute. For that, I'm going to take the shaded spruce and I'm going to ink up the tree. And then I'm going to take a Q-tip and I'm going to wipe off the bottom of the tree, the trunk, a little bit. And I'm going to color it in with early espresso marker. I'm going to huff on it. And then I'm going to stamp towards the right, up towards the top. And then I'm going to stamp one more time, bringing it up a little bit and over. Okay. And then I'm going to take my early espresso marker, the fine tip side, and I'm just going to color that in a little bit. Not totally, just making some lines to just make it brown. And then I'm going to also do that up here. It just kind of brings in a little brown, like the trunk is showing through there. And to clean your marker, just doodle on paper. Then for this tree here, I'm going to do the same thing with Crumb Cake. I'm going to take this and just give it a little mark and then maybe a little bit there. It just kind of gives it a little bit, makes it look a little bit more real. Okay, then we're going to bring back in the soft suede and the mousse because I want to stamp him on my envelope. So again, we're going to first use the outline stamp, and I'm just going to do it like he's walking onto the envelope. And then the solid one, and again, stamp it off and line it up. Okay, it's not that good, but it's an envelope. Okay, now it's time to assemble. Well, first there will be some big shot work, which of course I've already done, but I'll show you what I would have done. Take this and use the stitch shape framelit and put these trees in the kind of upper left hand. Go ahead and run that through the big shot. And then your real red layer, I would put on the large oval and go ahead and run that through the big shot, which I've already done. So I've already done that too. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with our assembly. And as usual, I will start with the inside of the card. I'm going to take a strip of, a total shaded spruce, and a strip of a designer series paper from the, I think it's wrapped in plaid. Take some glue. If you hear snoring in the background, it's Romeo. It's past his bedtime. Okay. Then I'm just going to put this down the bottom, just a smidge up from the bottom. And then we'll take this and cut it from the back. All right, and go ahead and put some glue on that and put it down on the inside of the card. Again, if you would like to purchase any of these products, please feel free to do so at marshajohnson.stampinup.net. If you would like a catalog and you aren't a demonstrator and you don't have a demonstrator, please send me a message or an email at marshascrafts@hotmail.com and request a catalog, and I'll be happy to send you the winter one and the annual one. Okay, now for the front, we're going to mount our Crumb Cake layer to our red layer. And I'm going to mount my sentiment to a little strip of that designer series paper. And I'm going to put that right at the bottom here. And then I'm going to mount my tree layer, the very vanilla layer, to the red oval. I'm going to see where I kind of want that. I think I want it right about there. And I want my shaded spruce to go across probably right about there. So put that down right about there, and I'm going to get some tape and tape it on the back on both sides. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and mount this to my card base here with more glue. Then I'm going to take some dimensional, well, actually, let's put our moose on first. Take my little moose and put him on my oval with my trees. Just have him walking down here. I'm going to take some dimensionals and put those on the back. It must be really windy out tonight because my wind chimes are chiming and they don't even have their little wind catchers on them. So it has to be really windy to make them chime. Okay, we're going to put that over here. And then to finish things off, I'm going to get a glue dot and put that on my little bow here and put that right here. Okay, so there's our card. And here's the tag that inspired it. So when you can't think of something to do, look around, see something you've already done, and see if you can modify it a bit and come up with something new. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe you could give us a thumbs up, maybe subscribe to our channel, and even share the video with a friend or two. That would be very kind of you. Hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, or by the time you see this, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and see you next time. Bye-bye.